Alright. First of all, alright. First of all, I didn't want to do this video in the house today. But I didn't really have a choice today because it was raining all crazy out there. We can't have the camera outside, so we had to come up in the crib. But I didn't really want to be in the crib, but here we are. All up in the cribbo. The place to pad. Yeah, you know. But anyway. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this shit daily. Go get them. It's number 990. The 990. For June 19, 2017. Yeah. Ain't that something? Alright, so this evening I want to talk to y'all about thinking that everywhere in the world is just like the world you come from. Basically what I'm saying is, wherever you come from, you're going to have a certain culture, a certain set of rules, and a certain way of life that you think exists everywhere in the world that you go. And it's not like that. It's not like that. When you go different places, when you travel the world, you take yourself wherever you go. But sometimes you have to make sure that the self that you take everywhere you go is open to learning new things, understanding new things, learning about people, getting into, just getting into the world around you and realizing that just because something works in this part of the world doesn't mean that it's going to work everywhere else in the world. And that's the problem with a lot of people that come from the hood, whatever hood you come from. Because in the hood, we have a certain culture, we have a certain way of life that we enjoy when we live in the hood. And if we get into thinking that everywhere that we go, our survival methods of where we come from is going to work while we're there, we're fooling ourselves, and we can wind up embarrassing ourselves and embarrassing other people who may rely on us or may have been a really, really good, viable resource for us. So we have to be careful. We have to be careful not to start thinking that everywhere in the world and everybody is just like we are, because they're not. They're not just like we are. You know what I'm saying? So let's say if we grew up around a bunch of gangsters, if we grew up around a bunch of thieves, pimps, hoes, thieves, all kinds of, people who exercise their survival tactics in the hood. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Whatever hood you come from, you're going to meet people who have that little criminal element. And it may be acceptable where you come from, but everywhere you go is not going to be acceptable. So if you take those crazy ways, even the way that we talk sometimes, the slang that we use, we may think that slang is acceptable everywhere we go. And then we'll get reminded that no, it's not like that everywhere you go, and people don't know what you're talking about, and they think that you're ghetto and that you don't know no better. Now, I'm not saying that you start talking all proper or whatever and act like a white boy or a woman or girl, whatever, but communication is the key, and the way that we communicate with each other in the hood may be different than the way that we're going to be accepted as far as our communication is concerned around the world. So we have to be cognizant of that. We have to be aware. We have to be aware that everywhere ain't like where we come from, and sometimes we have to switch it. And in order to switch it, we have to open our minds a little bit. So if we get into thinking that the way it is in Philly is the way it is in Chicago and LA and Texas and I don't know, Minnesota and South Dakota and down south in South Carolina or Miami or over in Alabama and Mississippi, it's not the same. Everybody has their own different set of cultural mechanics or cultural methods that they use in order to be able to communicate with each other and to be able to coexist with each other. So we can't get into thinking that just because we've learned something one way, that that's the only way that it is and that that's the best way. It's just the way that we've learned. But there's a big world out here, and we owe it to ourselves to travel some of it, open our minds, and that way we can give more to our children. So when they ask us questions about things that are going on in the world or things that have happened in the world, we can give them a better understanding, a clearer way to be able to get it. And you want your children to have better than you've had, hopefully. If you don't, as a parent, you gotta be crazy. I don't even care if you don't have any children. You probably want your nieces, your nephews, or your adopted, your godchildren, whatever youth that you are concerned with. You want them to have it, as good as you've had or better. I mean, everything ain't about all us. I mean, everything ain't all about us. Yeah. So we gotta watch out for that. In other words, we gotta make things a little bit better for ourselves. We gotta take care of our BI. Take care of our business. So when you leave the hood, don't take the same hood with you wherever you go. Make sure that you're able to protect yourself. Make sure that you're able to defend yourself against those that would try to harm you. But make sure that you don't take your hood mentality and think that that's going to play out very well wherever you go. People have gotten murked that way. And I'm not saying that you are in danger of that happening because of the way you act. And I'm not saying that anybody is ghetto. But what I am saying is that you have to be careful and you have to keep your mind open to the possibilities of anything happening to anybody at any given time. You know what I mean? It is. The internet and the media sources let us know that there is a certain element of predatory people out there, and we have to make sure that we're able to defend ourselves against would-be attackers. Alright, with that being said, you know what I mean? Travel the world a little bit. Take your children with you. Make sure that they understand things. Make sure that they know how to conduct themselves. Make sure that you know how to conduct yourself. Make sure that we understand the language that other people are speaking when they are speaking. And that way we can get a little bit farther, make a little bit more money, make our lives a little bit more comfortable, and turn that over to our loved ones and make sure that they complete that cycle. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for this. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, there's a big world out here, and it's not like North Philly. It's not like Germantown. It's not like North Philly, South Philly, West Philly, Southwest, or whatever. It's not like Camden, New Jersey. It's not like Chester, Pennsylvania. It's not like Wilmington, Delaware. It's not like Baltimore. It's not like New York. There are a lot of different flavors out there, and we owe it to ourselves to at least see it a little bit. Check it out a little bit, man. And do this. Please share these videos, man. Can I get a viral video one day? Hook me up. Just share the video. If you like what I'm doing, just share the video. Just a little bit, please. All right. Anyway, the Daily Go Getterism show is every single day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752 and watch us on Facebook Live every day. Omar McIntyre, that's the channel. Go through, watch it, because it's an open show. Check us out, because we're doing major things. And we're going to get bigger. Peace.